we will talk about measuring intelligence. Now, as we have seen that intelligence is something which is an inferred measurement. It means that there is no direct access to observe or to verify intelligence. So there are, what we measure is basically the person's ability to solve numerical problem, the person's ability to recall facts, the person's ability to solve some abstract problem, find out the apply deductive reasoning, inductive reasoning and things like that. And through that we try to estimate the level of intelligence, assuming that there is something called intelligence which is causing or which is manifesting itself in different activities like numerical problem solving, recall, verbal ability, remembering facts, comparing facts, applying logic, inductive logic and deductive logic and things like that. So in terms of measurement of intelligence, since we have only indirect measure of intelligence, there is a lot of inference involved and we don't know what is the lowest level or what is the highest level. Therefore, intelligence measurements are always norm referenced. So they are always in reference to some specific population. Now, when we talk about population, there are two meanings of the word population. One is the common sense meaning of population, it's number of people in a given territory or given area, that's population. And in statistics, it's number of elements in a group, in a study group, or number of elements in a data set, that is called population. And it's not the actual element but number of all possible elements. So when we are talking about, let's say, accidents, then there is a population of accidents, which is number of accidents in the world, and then there is sample of accidents, means number of accidents happening in a particular city across a period of time. So for measuring intelligence, since we don't know the minimum and maximum, we always compare it with a given population, and this is why it is said that the measurement of intelligence is always norm referenced. So what we do in order to create a measurement of intelligence is that we distribute, let's say we take the test of a sample from the population, because we don't have access to the whole population, and then based on the sample of that population we try to figure out or try to infer the mean or average of the sample population, and then we compare each and every candidate from the average of that whole population, and this is how we derive the score. So if a candidate has scored equal to the average of the population, then we say that the person has an average score. If the person has scored above than the average of the population, then we say that the person has above average score. So here above average, below average, average or high or low doesn't mean that it is on some absolute scale, but it is on a relative scale, and that relative scale is in relation to the average of the population. So this is how we do measurement of intelligence. So in next video we will talk about how to go about assessing the reliability of different measure of intelligence and how to basically guess or how to estimate the true intellectual ability from the observed score. Because what observed score on a test tells you is that how many problems the candidate has solved. It doesn't tell you about what could be the likely ability of the candidate. So from knowing how many problems the student has solved, you can estimate what will be roughly the ability of the candidate. So about that we will talk in the next